Hi students, now I'm going to explain how to install the Xampp server on the Windows platform. So first you have to download the Xampp Win32 1.7.7 installer, VC9 installer, because so whatever the operating system you are using, so that will support by this respective version of the Xampp server. That is what Xampp Win32 Win32 1.7.7, because the latest version of the Xampp we have 3.2 3.4 like that. So if you are downloading this Xampp of 1.7 version, it's good for the execution of this Perl and PHP programs. So, and whenever you are downloading this software, you go to the respective website with the Xampp website and download the version. Otherwise, if you are unable to find this respective version, you just Google it from the Google with specific version. Is what Xampp Win32 1.7.7 VC9 installer. So then you will get to the you will get that respective software from the respective website. So here, after downloading, what I'm doing, just I'm installing this software run as an administrator. So once I say run as administrator, now it will start the execution. So it will ask which language you want to use. So that is what default English I'm taking. So this is how the wizard will come to installation. So next, so here you have to carefully choose service station. You have to use the Apache, MySQL and FileZilla. FileZilla is optional, but Apache and MySQL are mandatory to execute this database connectivity program in Perl and PHP, as well as the Apache server to run the Perl and PHP programs. So then you next use the next, then it will start the installation. So it will take some 5 to 6 minutes of time to install the entire plugins as well as the necessary files which is available in the Xampp server. Here the main thing is, whenever you are installing the Xampp server, please disconnect your internet connection, because whenever you connect to the internet, so it will take the default port number 80 to execute that localhost operations from the internet service provider, ISP. So during the internet connectivity itself, if you are trying to install it, so you will get that error. At the end, you will get the Apache won't install in your respective Xampp server. So to avoid that errors, what you have to first, to disconnect the internet from your system and start installing, like how I install the software from the scratch like that. If you are enable the internet and trying to install, so you will get that Apache error, because whatever the port we have, the 80 port localhost port, that is shared by the internet ESP, right? So to avoid that mismatch or all these things, so if you disconnect them, so by default it will take the port number 8080 in the program. Otherwise, if you are installed like that, again there is another alternate, so you can change the port number if you go to the configuration file. So that also I will show how to install, so how to modify those respective port number in the configuration file. So this is how it will take some 5 to 6 minutes of time to install this Xampp server version 1.7.7 is the 32 version on your. So uh, Windows 8.1 operating system with the 32-bit version. So that's why I'm taking the Xampp server of 1.7.7 version of 32-bit. Now the installation is processed. Here. So once the installation is done, so like this, the command prompt will check the necessary ports. Here the port 804 or 443 SLC is already in use. Install Apache 2.2 service fed. So now what we have to do, so now I have to change the port number. Now SQL is starting, that is what the FileZilla and the Mercury, so automatically it will run. So service installation finished. So use also Xampp control panels to manage the services. So click OK. So OK, then finish. So once you install the operating system, sorry, once you install this software, the control panel will open like this. So here, so service Apache is not started. MySQL and FileZilla is running because it already take the port number. When I start to this Apache, see here, it's showing busy Apache service started, but it has to show the status here running, but it's showing stopped like that, because due to some configuration issue. Now what I'm doing, I will change the port number now. So for that, what I will do, just first I will exit this Xampp control, then I will go to the C drive where exactly I installed. So in the C drive, so here the Xampp folder what I have. So then you go to the HT docs, and you go to the HT docs. In the HT docs you will find the Xampp folder. Inside the Xampp folder, so you have okay, first you identify the Xampp folder. Once you identify the Xampp folder, double click on open to that. Then you will find the Apache folder. In the Apache folder, there is a folder called config. So in this config folder, you select the file, that is what H, HTD, HTTPD configs. Here the file name is config file. So you just open it. So it will open in the notepad. If you not open the notepad, you just give that as a notepad open. So here scroll down. Here we have the default port number, that is what 80. So now I'm changing to the 80, and here also you change to the 80. The listen also you change to the 80, and scroll down in the same page, and here you will get that server configuration. So here server name localhost 8080. So what I'm doing, I'm changing to the 80. Then once you done this one, no don't do any other changes, just save it. Once you save it, close the file. Again you open one more configuration file called SSL. So you just select SSL CRL. Sorry, wait a second. Okay, one next file is go to extra folder. In the extra folder, there is a file called HTTPD SSL. It's also type of configuration. You just open it. So here also you have to change the respective number. So by default here it's a 443. So what I'll do, just I'll change to the respective port number as a 1443. So wherever it's there 443, just make it as a 144T 443. So here also, if you come again, you scroll down here, virtual host default is there. So it is default also to change to the 1443. So like this, you have to change two changes in the another file called HTTPD SSL file. So then you save it. Again you come out, so close the folder. Okay students, after doing the necessary port changes in the respective configuration files, now I am restarting the system. So I restarted my machine. So because once we change the port number, it has to set to the local host now. So for that purpose, once we restart our machine, so the port numbers are assigned to the respective local host. That is what 127.127.0.0.1 colon 8080, like that. So now I will open the Xammp control panel. So as soon as I open here, the Apache is running and MySQL is running. So if you want, you can run the FileZilla also, is a optional part, but more majorly we will use the Apache and MySQL in the Xammp control panel. So this is how we have to change the port number in the Xammp, and this is how we can enable the services from the Xammp server. Thank you.